Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, we are tackling a very ambitious movie among the Yu-Gi-Oh fandom, Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions. The Dark Side of Dimensions was a significant movie in the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise, serving as a direct continuation of the original manga story and bringing the focus back to Yugi, Kaiba, and the legacy of Atem. The film introduced the cubic archetype to the game, a light and dark mix type deck used by Agami, also known as Diva. Their Japanese name, Hokai, connects to the idea of direction and world, tying into the cube and multiple dimensions motif seen throughout the movie. We'll get into the history in a bit, but before we get there, make sure to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss any updates. Now without further ado, let's get it. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions was first released in Japan on April 23, 2016 as part of the franchise's 20th anniversary celebration. The movie later released in North America in January 2017 and was mostly praised by longtime fans for its animation, nostalgia, and focus on the original cast. Unlike several later Yu-Gi-Oh! Projects, Kazuki Takahashi had major involvement in the movie. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Creator wrote the story, designed the characters, and shaped the film as a true continuation of the original timeline. The movie was produced by Studio Gallop and runs for about 130 minutes, so let's hop into the story. At Kaiba Corp Space Station, Seto Kaiba watches a virtual reconstruction of the Millennium Puzzle, still obsessed with proving himself against Atem. Meanwhile, in Kol El Na, Kaiba Corp excavates the Shrine of the Underworld, searching for the scattered pieces of the puzzle. Mokuba arrives by helicopter as the workers identify what they're looking for, using an image of Yugi wearing the puzzle. Back in Domino City, Yugi heads to school and meets Taya. Joey rushes in on his bike, causing chaos along the way, before barely making it through the school gate with Tristan.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Later at lunch, Yugi and his friends talk about their futures. Taya has been accepted into a study abroad dance program. Tristan is stuck with a factory job he's not excited about. Joey wants to become a professional duelist, and Yugi plans to keep helping at the game shop while designing his own games. Joey suggests they all reunite one day to play Yugi's game when it becomes successful. When the group returns to class, they notice a student they vaguely remember, Agami. Later, while walking with Joey and Taya, Yugi thinks about Atem and the ceremonial battle, remembering how Atem passed into the afterlife and the Millennium items sank into the earth. The group then sees Agami being harassed by Scud and his gang. Joey steps in, forcing them to leave, but Scud orders Agami to meet them later at the Kaiba Corp construction site. That night, the gang corners Agami, but he reveals he has altered their memories. Using the quantum cube, Agami summons strange glowing children and erases Scud and his gang from existence. Elsewhere, Kaiba duels a virtual recreation of Atem and wins, but he's unsatisfied because the simulation just ain't the real thing, pal. Mokuba then informs him that the Millennium Puzzle pieces have been found. Yo, Kaiba is so obsessed with trying to be the king of games and beat the pharaoh.
Bro, give it up. Move on.
Bro, like just give it a rest. Let this guy pee, bro. He's been dead for centuries.
I can't move on.
At the mall, Yugi, Taya, Tristan, Bakura, and Duke discuss the mysterious disappearances happening around Domino City. Agami secretly watches them and remembers the Prana Realm, a world above the clouds connected to the Millennium items. He recalls living there with other children after being saved by Shadi. Meanwhile, one of Agami's friends, Mani, tries to talk him out of revenge, reminding him that it is not what their mentor would have wanted.
I don't care what he wants.
But when Mani reveals Kaiba has found the puzzle, Agami leaves immediately. Kaiba then appears on screens across the mall to announce his new duel disc and an upcoming exhibition duel at Kaiba Land. Meanwhile, in Kol El Na, Kaiba enters the shrine and finds the puzzle pieces being scanned. He senses Agami nearby and calls him by his real name, Diva. When a Kaiba Corp guard threatens Agami, Diva uses his quantum cube to erase him. Kaiba counters the cube's power with his duel disc, and the two begin a dimension duel.
That's what I was waiting for.
Agami initially pressures Kaiba, but Kaiba refuses to lose before facing Atem. In classic Kaiba fashion, he summons Obelisk the Tormentor, shocking Agami. Before the duel can fully conclude, the scan of the puzzle pieces finishes. Mokuba then escapes with the puzzle case by helicopter, but Agami teleports onto it and steals a piece before Mokuba knocks him off. Afterward, Mani discovers the Millennium Ring in the excavation pit. At school, Agami gives Sarah the stolen puzzle piece and tells her to keep it safe. He believes resurrecting the pharaoh will allow the prana to reach their promised dimension, but Sarah is unsure. Agami then gets closer to Yugi's group, going bowling and eating with them, while Joey brags about Yugi's dueling skills, and Yugi invites everyone to his house for a friendly duel tournament.
That's a good idea.
Meanwhile, back on the space station, Kaiba's computer begins reconstructing the Millennium Puzzle, but later reports that 2 pieces are missing, Kaiba realizing that Agami stole them. Meanwhile, Agami walks with Joey and Bakura. When Bakura mentions his father once brought back an item from Egypt, Agami becomes intensely interested. After this, at the game shop, Sarah visits Yugi, shows him the Prana Realm, and secretly leaves him the puzzle piece Agami left her. Agami then confronts Bakura and forces him to remember the past. Years earlier, Bakura's father found Shadi and demanded the Millennium Ring. Shadi allowed him to try it on, but the ring rejected him. Young Bakura picked it up, awakening Yami Bakura, who possessed him and killed Shadi. Before dying, Shadi gave the Quantum Cube to Agami. In the present, Bakura apologizes, insisting it was the ring's evil doing and not him. Mani arrives with the corrupted Millennium Ring and nearly attacks Bakura before regaining control. Mani then sends Bakura away and tells Agami to run, but the ring's evil consumes him. Agami then appears before Yugi and reveals that Agami was an illusion implanted into their memories. His real name is Diva, and he is one of the Prana. Meanwhile, Joey is trapped in a collapsed memory-based dimension created by Agami. As Joey begins fading away, he briefly sees Atem and is returned to the real world. Kaiba Corp then abducts Agami and takes him to Kaiba Land. Kaiba then also confronts Yugi, demanding that he participate in an exhibition duel. Yo, Kaiba just doesn't know when to quit. The world could be falling apart, which it has many times in the series, and he's still just gonna be up Yugi's ass. It's insane. Kaiba reveals the nearly completed Millennium Puzzle and explains that he wants the missing piece so he can bring back Atem, and Yugi tries to tell him that Atem is gone, but Kaiba refuses to accept it. Sarah then saves Yugi from traffic and tells him that completing the puzzle is his choice. She also asks him to save her brother, Diva. At Kaiba Land, Kaiba unveils his new duel disc before a massive crowd and announces that he will duel Yugi and Agami for the missing puzzle pieces. But Yugi insists on dueling Agami himself because Agami hurt his friends and caused Bakura's disappearance. During their duel, Agami argues that the current world is corrupt and that the Prana deserve to leave it behind. Yugi refuses though, saying he still believes in this world and its future. Yo, is somebody gonna tell him about frickin' 5Ds?
You tell him.
Okay, you tell him. Right.
I guess things worked out, but you know, there's some problems in the future that need to be addressed. After hearing this, Agami remembers how Shadi rescued him, Sarah, and the other abused children, once giving them hope. But Yugi ultimately defeats Agami, proving his belief in the future. Agami then disappears and Bakura returns safely. Kaiba then duels Yugi for the final puzzle pieces. Yugi completes the Millennium Puzzle, but nothing happens. Kaiba is stunned. Yo, he tried to tell you, you dummy. Yugi then explains that Atem is no longer inside the puzzle, and Kaiba becomes furious and accuses Yugi of deceiving him. Bros, I don't think Kaiba has a relationship with anybody except for Atem at this point. Bro, does Kaiba have a huge Atem body pillow in his bedroom at night? Like, what is going on here? However, their duel continues until the stadium suddenly loses power. The Millennium Ring's evil transformed Agami into Dark Diva. People in the audience begin disappearing, and Yugi and Kaiba are forced to team up against him in a shadow game. As their life points drop, their bodies begin fading away. When Dark Diva targets Yugi, Kaiba sacrifices himself to protect him. Hey, finally this guy does something that's selfless, handing Yugi the Millennium Puzzle and demanding that he call Atem. Okay, moving on. Yugi continues alone but reaches his limit. Just as he's about to fall, a golden light appears. Atem returns, possessing Yugi's body one final time. Without speaking, he summons Palladium Oracle Mahad and defeats Diva, restoring everyone who disappeared. Yugi and Atem separate and silently face each other. Yugi nods and Atem touches the puzzle, making both himself and the puzzle vanish again. Aigami, Sarah, Mani, and the other Piranha children are restored, but their powers are gone forever. Yugi then tells his friends that he saw Tem again, and Kaiba finally acknowledges Yugi as a worthy duelist. Skipping ahead, later on, Yugi gives his graduation speech. Taya leaves for her study abroad program, and the group sees her off at the airport. Meanwhile, Kaiba uses the quantum cube on his space station despite Mokuba's warnings. He travels to what appears to be the afterlife, reaches Atem's palace, and activates his duel disc. Atem rises from his throne, smiling confidently, and prepares to face Kaiba once again. Yo! Did these two smash? Someone answer me that question. And that's the end of The Dark Side of Dimensions. Yo, this was actually a really cool movie. The animation, mint, super proper. And I like that they tied it back to the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, because I don't know about y'all, but for me personally, a lot of these new Yu-Gi-Oh series are low-key trash. But hey, maybe that's just me being a nostalgia fanboy. It is what it is. I'm not going to change my mind about the state of Yu-Gi-Oh at this point. With that being said, let me know what you thought about the movie in the comments. And thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate when you support the channel. If you want to join the membership, go for it. Love that for you. Also love that for me. Also, recently opened up a Patreon, so feel free to jump in and join there too if you'd like. Thanks for watching. Make sure to activate subscribe, special summon the like button, and quick play the bell notification icon so you never miss any updates. Till next time, deuces.